You know, I was never really into the whole talking in front of giant crowds thing. So guess what? That's right, folks. I have cheated the system, and will be delivering my entire presentation through a semi-mediocre media production. Please note that this is not actually cheating the system, as Professor Harvey Cohen has stated previously that we have the option to contribute in other ways besides publicly speaking if we so choose. My name is Nathan Nguyen, PhD. Excuse me for a sec. Ah, that's better. Anyway, prepare yourselves, as I am about to teach you all the ups and downs of these fascinating topics. Barriers to closeness in male friendships, and cross-sex friendships. Starting with the former, male friendships are apparently more competitive than female friendships. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, bro, I bet I can be a way better friend than you. Oh, it is so on, bro. Like what? Well, there are several types of competition to choose from. Competition for social comparison, personal competition, and hyper-competition. That last one is the biggest barrier to closeness. Then there's homophobia. Sure, you could go ahead and hug your friend, but then you risk looking... Men also prefer to hide their emotions because it's viewed as weak or feminine. And God forbid we be seen as feminine! Head cutie pie. Another reason men don't reveal their emotions as much is because people respond less favorably to men who self-disclose as opposed to women who self-disclose. Just take a look at this telling demonstration.
So I just wanted to open up and talk about my feelings, because this emotional turmoil has been tearing me apart these past few weeks.
Can I talk about my feelings too? Get out of here! Yeah! Go! See? This kind of behavior is why men are afraid to be emotional. And I think that's just wrong. Get out of here! Yeah! Moving on to the next topic, we have cross-sex friendships. For women, these aren't as close as same-sex friendships, but for men, it's like completely the opposite. Men get to benefit from enhanced emotional support and intimacy, which they would never get from their fellow dudes. Cross-sex friendships serve several important functions: emotional support for men, companionship for women, and the perspective of the other sex. However, despite these benefits, there are still challenges to overcome. There are often difficulties involving the emotional bond, sexual challenges, equality, opportunity, and this thing called the audience challenge. The audience challenge might sound like some kind of stupid Twitter challenge, but what it's really talking about is when folks mistaken two people in a cross-sex friendship for a couple. I did some research on google.org and found this study. Look at that beautiful MLA format. So, Professor, do I get my promo code now? The study surveyed a bunch of people they either recruited through Facebook or through university classes, and they asked about a whole laundry list of things. Sexual orientation, sex, number of cross-sex friendships, presence of any romantic partners, the person's experiences with the audience challenge, friendship type, and network support. Yeesh! Answering all that must have been annoying. That's why Mark Zuckerberg finds all this stuff about you without you knowing. What the study found out in the end is this. Most people see cross-sex friendships as platonic and therefore don't experience the audience challenge all that much. However, it all really comes down to your peer group. The rule of thumb is that if your peers are cool with cross-sex friendships, then there will be less audience challenge to deal with. And if your peers don't support cross-sex friendships, well, then there will be more audience challenge to deal with. Also, the individual's concern about the audience challenge may affect how much it occurs. And if you've secretly got romantic or sexual feelings for your cross-sex friend, this will lead to even greater concern about the audience challenge and thus higher chances of it happening. Self-fulfilling prophecy, folks. Anyway, that just about wraps up this section of the presentation, and I hope you learned something, because you're all gonna be quizzed on it at the end.